Hello everybody, welcome back. Our weekend getaway is over. I hope everybody had a great Labor Day weekend. We enjoyed our time away, but got some packages came in and a heat wave coming starting today. We're gonna get back and plug in probably some air conditioners later today. But yeah, we got some packages coming in. Most of it's projects for the Coachmen. One of them might be for the van. Not so much a project, it's just a goodie. So anyway, we're gonna fast forward. We're gonna get down to the garage and I'll be right back. We are back at the garage, and somewhere around here we should have some packages. Some pretty nice packages. Let's see what's up on the porch up here. Yeah, there's a pretty nice sized box right there. Some of you probably know what that might be. Alright, we're gonna get this unboxed in a minute. Actually, there's a second package there that goes with that. This is for the Coachmen, and then we have one for the van here somewhere. I'm gonna go dig that out. And this one, I wish we would have had along and hooked up and running in the last video. That would have been nice. This is actually a replacement. We'll get to it in a second. This is a replacement for one. I already had one, but I gave it away. I gave it to my youngest son because he does a lot of delivery driving. He's out on the road a lot, and we gave him I gave him a pretty stinking nice refrigerator, a little 12-volt refrigerator, and I accepted an offer on another one. So this one's supposed to be about half the price. So I don't know if maybe the quality will be lacking. So I'm gonna get this thing out and get it plugged in probably, and I wish I would have had this along in the van and hooked up and running. You'll see why. And somehow the place is getting to be a half disaster again, just after being out with a few days. But I cleaned this spot out. That other one I had, it was really nice. It was kind of upper end, and the price reflected that. It was expensive. It would come in so handy though. This is my little fridge, you know, it handles an okay amount. By the time you get food in it, there's not a lot of room for, say, drinks. So I'll have a cold water and a cold, you know, pop or soda or whatever in there, and I get a warm one out. So when I take a cold one out, I replace it with a warm one. You know, there's only, you know, it's not like you can there's room to put a 6-pack in there. I mean, it will if that's all you do. I mean, no matter how you slice it, if you have a bunch of food in it, you're not going to get many drinks in it. So it'd be nice to have a second one for some drinks and maybe overflow, some additional food, or half and half, or have more food in this one and more drinks. Like I say, no matter how you slice it, more would be better. But that expensive one, it was, let's just say, expensive. So it was dual zone and had a real nice finish on it, and yeah, of course dual zone, it has to have dual controls and probably dual elements and all that to operate a refrigerator and freezer area, or you could pull the divider out. This one's not all that, but if you don't need, you know, I can use it as a refrigerator or freezer, just not both like that one. And that's okay. This will and who knows, maybe I'll actually swap it. Maybe I'll, depending on how I like this one, maybe I'll give them this one and say I want that other one back. I don't know. But for the price, if all you need is like some extra refrigeration or some extra freezer space, for the price, I'll have to look that up. I think this was actually like less. I'm thinking that that high-end one was like 400 and, I might be wrong, I think it's like $449 for a little cooler. I mean, if you want all the bells and whistles, that's great. But I think this one's like more in the 200 mark, if that. So yeah, I think it's like less than half the price. So definitely more budget friendly if you just need some basic, you know, if you don't need all the fancy, you know, all the fanciness. So this is that hot water tank, and I do want to get it out and eye it up. It's supposed to be that direct replacement. Yeah, direct fit. It should be identical to the one I have in there. At least as far as the dimensions and fittings, you know, the critical stuff goes. There might be some updated components in the main part of it. You know, the burner and controls and everything. It might be new and improved, but in all their physical, you know, dimensions and, like I say, fittings and stuff, it should be the same. So we're gonna get this out of here and get things eyed up. I'd really like to get that job out of the way and have hot water back in the Coachmen. So I'm gonna get this out of here and get this plugged in and running, and we're gonna dig into that box. And I'm sure it has all the usuals you would find. Probably right in here on the top is probably the operator. No, oops. No, it's probably inside the operator's man. Oh, this is different. Probably inside like the operator's manual and the cord, you know, the power cords and stuff for it. I think it's a bit lighter. Alright, let's get rid of this. Oh, what's the brand? Vevor? Vevor? Alright. I don't know why, but it just seems smaller. I think they were both, I think the other one was 20 quart, and I'm pretty sure this is 20 quart too. Yeah, it was a 20 liter. Yeah, that's what they were. And the other one just had a, like a divider. So like a third of it could be used as a freezer and 2/3 of it as a refrigerator. Yeah, sure the plug and everything's in here. I like how this lid is recessed that deep. I think instead of a gallon of milk or half gallon or 2 liter in there, and it would still close because that would accommodate the top. I don't know. Yep. Portable fridge freezer manual. Yeah, like I say, without the divider, it's you can use it as one or the other. Just depends on how you set the temperature controls. And I think it's like basically plug it in and set the controls, and away you go. That's a lot of business there to. Oh, and of course, yeah, they have battery protection levels too. That if you're running it off a DC, if your battery gets too low, this will shut off. It'll shut off so you don't completely kill your battery. So it has the battery protection feature, and they pretty much all do. You know, I've had several over the years. I had a big chest cooler. I've had two big chest coolers. That little one, that little fridge I have now that's in the van. Like I say, the other one, the nicer, I shouldn't say nicer. They're certainly more expensive, fancy model than this one. They all run quietly. They don't use much power. I've never had a problem with any of them. These little 12-volt coolers just seem to be pretty dependable and quiet, energy efficient, and all that stuff. So where's the one at? Okay, so I guess this one you could, yeah, the 12-volt mainly. You can plug in the 12-volt thing, plug it directly in, and away you go. Or, you know, there's this little converter thing here. If you want to run 110, plug it in. It's like your little laptop, you know, it just converts it to a lower voltage than 110. So plug it into household current or 12 volt. All right, let's give her a plug in here. Keep an eye out for any smoke or sparks. Oh, beeps are okay. Hang on. It says it's 72 degrees. It's either set at 72 degrees or... Oh, I think I heard it kick on. Wow, it's this quiet. My experience with these have been, like I say, I've owned a handful of them or so, is they're quiet. And I think this one might be the quietest, actually. That is super quiet. But they get cool really quick. Let's see here. 72 Fahrenheit. Oh, let's set it -4. I think that's as low as they go. Yeah. So it's set for freezer mode. We don't need freezer mode right now. And let's just get it. Maybe we do. Let's just leave it at 15 degrees, and there it updated. You know, the real temperature, it's like in the upper 80s today. I was gonna say 72. How could it be 72 in here when it's been you know, That might actually go back up a little bit. As this thing figures things out, it might actually go up a little bit more before it starts coming back down. It is a hot afternoon. So, yeah, it's crazy quiet. What the? I guess it's running. Yeah, so a little fan. This is the quietest one I've ever heard. Alright, oh, what's this? Oh, they even got a little Bluetooth thing up here. You can plug your phone or, you know, whatever. You can charge a USB thing up there. That's the first one I've seen with that. That's pretty handy. Handy location, ain't it? I might have a new favorite here. This is a pretty cool little... Yeah, it's probably gonna live in the van. And then sometimes for the car, day trips, we go on any kind of trips in the car, it's small enough to, I'll put it in the old Fiesta. Hi Fiesta, we're home. Probably might go pick up some Italian hoagies with it later. Here, let's go out to the van a minute. I'll show you what I mean. Show you how we operated over the weekend. Yeah, I've got the air conditioner going in here. Oh, never mind what I just did. Yeah, so, you know, I have an extra tote in here that has extra pops, sodas, whatever they call them in your area, bottled water, but one at a time. You know, I should replace that. But we are back, but I'm okay now because we're back at the Coachmen, and the Coachmen has plenty in it because it has a big residential refrigerator in it. But yeah, this is, and this thing has worked great. It's been dependable. It's been quiet. These 12-volt coolers work pretty dang good. But yeah, it'd been nice instead of playing musical refreshments all weekend on our trip. We I would have had that one here. Could just loaded it up one time, and yeah, we're gonna pack it here in a bit. Actually, I might not have enough to pack it. We're gonna put in what we have. Might be getting low on inventory. Might have to get to the store pretty soon if that's all the more. Well, the bottom crisp for the Coachman's loaded. We might have to restock the van here. Alright. Let's see what this thing is. See if I can make progress here. Down to 71. Yeah, once they start dropping, they get pretty quick. Alright, I did a quick search on these coolers, and just to verify that fancy one I had that I gifted, it was $449, and I'm on Vever's website, and they have several of them that are well under 200. So yeah, but it's not as fancy, but that temperature's diving. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. Okay, it's not as all smooth and pretty, and you know, it's not dual zone, but it's down to 59. It's still diving. 58. So one thing I noticed, yeah, and it's not as fancy and quite as smooth. You know, the lid takes a little oomph to get it. It's still left a little bug in there, and it doesn't have a little inside LED light, so it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. But yeah, I think one of a similar size there was 189. One was only 132, and like I say, well under 2, or you can get one that has the light and the dual zone for $449. It depends what you want. You can save a lot of money if you don't need all the fancy bells and whistles. Yeah, but we don't have a lot. I am gonna get these waters out of this. They're not staying cool in a tote. Okay, I'll put what I do have in here. So I could easily put, 12, probably 15. Probably squeeze a couple more in the front. I don't know. You know what? It'll hold stuff, okay? And I think this is actually 20 quart, not 20 liter. Yeah, but, oh yeah, this inside is cold. Nice and cold. Never closed the lid. Yeah, it hit 57. Now it's back up to 58, probably because I had the lid open. Alright, well, that's the main thing. Keeps things cool, right? So, or freezing. So, alright, we're gonna get this stuff out of the way and see what's going on with this. Alright, first thing that came, what goes with this is the butyl tape. So it'll go around the opening, and then this goes on, and then put the screws in. So that's weather sealed. So we did get a fresh roll of butyl tape. Get that out of the way. All right, I'm gonna have to. This is certainly gonna take 2 hands. This thing weighs 40 pounds, so it could take a little extra struggle to get it up and out of its box. And there'd be what is that? Is that French? Let's try the other side. All right, we'll be using this side. All right, huh? All right, I'm gonna sit you guys down a minute and get this thing out of here. Well, it's out. You know, it is a Suburban. Yeah, dang thing wasn't cheap. Yeah, it kind of hurt the wallet a little bit. A motorcycle. It's kind of in a way. I guess the insulation part of it seems kind of cheap. They could have done better. It's done with cardboard. It's kind of shifty. I've already kind of messed with it a little bit. But I mean, I guess it's right. It's the 12 by 16, basically. Things are a little different in here, but the hookups look the same. The propane goes in over here, same as the other one, but this is a little bit different mechanism. Like I say, it might be new and improved and just burn better. I don't know. This one has the resets here. Yeah, and the exhaust comes out. The heat exhaust comes out here, and that's where it is on that face plate. So everything looks okay about it, except this cardboard is kind of, you know, it's kind of flimsy. Look at this. I'll probably get some good duct tape or that. Russ, what'd you call that other tape?
HVAC tape.
Or the HVAC tape might be better. Oh, that might be better. Yeah, I'm gonna go around, square this up as best I can, situate that, and pull it up tight, and probably use the HVAC tape around those. And I don't know, the good quality duct tape might actually work better on these. See? I'm gonna tidy these edges all up and seal them up better. And the same connections as the other one, the red, the green, and the blue for the reset light and all that stuff. So, and yeah, the hot water comes kind of down at an angle on the existing one, and this one came up at an angle, so my fittings should just screw off. And actually, there's adapter fittings or whatever. I'll screw them out of my old tank. Get some Teflon tape and screw them into the new tank, and then my lines will screw back on. So, yeah, there it is. I'll have hot water again soon. And just a quick check in here. It's continuing to drop. We're down to 52 now. We'll come back. Oh yeah, and double checking, I forgot. If you remember, if you watched the other video on this 2 videos ago, the other one was 19 inches deep. It's a different style. That's not what it was gifted to me, and it's probably gonna get re-gifted. But this one from the mounting surface back is only 17. Remember we had that issue at 19, and the thing went straight out. So 2 inches shorter, and that one goes down at an angle, and this one goes up at an. We won't have that interference issue in the back here, so that works. That's like exactly like the other one, and the other one was a 12 and roughly 12 by 16, a little over, and this is 12 and a half. I don't know who marked up my tape measure. I don't know about that. So it's basically 12 by 16. So that is going to go in there. And this type had to. These are the mounting flanges. They're kind of slotted, so these actually you bend these over so they're facing. You'll bend it over like this, and then the mounting holes are there. So you bend that one over, this one up, this one down, and this one out, and then you have those, and you have the mounting holes all out here. And that's where the butyl tape will go on the thing. This will be up. We'll run the screws through it, and that'll all be weather sealed. So this is looks like the one. Yahoo! All right, we gotta go somewhere and pick something up real quick. But let me see here. Quick check on this. We're down to 40 and dropping. So it's working good. All right, let's get out of here for a minute. looking around, watching where we're going. Almost seeing the sights. She loves the car. We are in Vandergrift, Pennsylvania. It's about 10 minutes from the garage. Going to the bar. We are going to the bar. Just to get food. Like really good. It's the best. It is the best hoagies in the area as far as I'm concerned. And believe me, we've tried a bunch of places. There's a place really close. It's really nearby. That is very close in quality and size. But they don't quite measure up to these, in my opinion. So, gonna get some Italian hoagies tonight. And it's one of them things where I don't find in other parts of the country very much, but up here in Pennsylvania, probably pretty much in the Northeast, there's a higher percentage of Italian population. There's more Italian restaurants and just Italian type stuff. Alright, it's this little place right here on the right. Just a little bar. Just a little bar with a little kitchen. But then they have some good stuff. And they don't skimp on meats and cheeses and stuff, you know. They load it up nice. What do you want? I come out and she had to give me a good sniffing. And is that food? She says we got food. We can take it back to the garage. Okay, we're out of here. These are, okay, there's two in here. These are pretty large. I can't believe how early it's getting dark. Earlier and earlier, fall is closing in. Oh, jeez. I still got so much to do. Oh well. Look at that. Look at. It's a pretty nice sky this evening. It's, almost dark. Pretty dark. Alright, we're almost there. Alright, we're gonna dig into these in a second. Just a quick peek. Still dropping. Alright. Alright. Well, there's plenty of, I forget what all kind of meats they put in these things. These are so good. These are delicious. A lot of times, like out in other parts of the country, you go to a hoagie shop, they don't even have Italian hoagies. Or they have something that they call an Italian hoagie, but you know what, it's not, it's something completely different. These are Italian hoagies. These are delicious. By the way, I did end up backing this off since I put drinks in there. Remember, I had it turned down to 15. Well, it's down to 28 and still dropping. I thought I better back it off, so I set it up to, I don't want my drinks solid. It's hard to drink solid, so I put up to 35. They'll be good and cold. So that's where we're at with it.